like if you're a coal miner, you are actually working in a hot place. Okay, sometimes that actually affects the amount of sperms that you have. Sometimes, okay, but there are so many. I know Mr. Fishback will always say, why are you telling them that wearing tight jeans actually can hinder? The reason for that, because if you have only very little sperms, see, if you have not enough sperm, you don't have the 425 million, maybe you have only 21 million. So it's easy to kill the 1 million. 1 million sperms, if you really think about it. Okay, so especially for spatial people, and there are so many people all over the world that because of the amount of sperm count that they have, they cannot even have a child. I know that my sister actually is working with a couple. They have spent already millions of dollars just to have a kid and to increase his sperm count. Okay, and one of the prescription of the doctor is actually you wear boxers all the time. You cannot wear jeans. You wear like a cotton pants all the time, and all of those just to have a baby. So, in other words, guys, there are some people working in a bad environment, in a hot environment. It doesn't affect them, but there are some people it really affects them, especially if your sperm count is already low. Okay, so again, one thing that you really need to understand is that the sperm need to be what? 2 to 3 degrees lower than the body temperature in order to be viable all the time. Okay, now, I'm talking about the egg cell. This is your secondary oocyte. Or the egg cell. The secondary oocyte is enclosed with a protein known as zona pellucida. And surrounding the protein is a cloud, or your book calls it a crown, known as the corona radiata. Don't forget, from the time of ovulation, the sperm need to be there from the time of ovulation 24 hours, or else the egg cell will die. Got that part? Okay. Now, another thing that you need to understand with the egg cell also, it moves in the fallopian tube so slow, it rolls like this because it has a crown. It rolls like this, moving so slow. The fallopian tube is only 4 to 5 inches, but it takes 3 to 4 days for that egg cell to actually move into that fallopian tube. In other words, the egg cell is moving. That's why, Samantha, you need to move slow when you are getting married, right? You don't run to the altar. I'm joking. Okay, now, another thing I want you to understand the egg cell. The egg cell is already established during the fetal stage, in the womb, when you are in the womb of your mom. And in fact, some of the egg cell will undergo meiosis cell division and will be arrested in prophase 1. You remember that? I mentioned that. Right? They already start meiosis cell division, but arrested. Starting the age of puberty, they will respond to the FSH hormone. Okay. Now, maybe 10 or 20 of them will actually respond to the FSH hormone. I mentioned that one before. You remember? You have 400 egg cell that is capable of what? That is in your womb, capable of responding to FSH. So there will be but why is it we don't have 400 kids? The reason for that, because many of them, maybe 10 or 20 will respond, but only one normally will continue. Okay, now, again, when they respond to FSH hormone, they will finish meiosis 1 and will start meiosis 2. And then they will be arrested again. So how many times they are arrested? 2 times. Okay, and meiosis 2, metaphase 2. And they will only continue If fertilization takes place, they will finish meiosis too, if fertilization will take place. But if fertilization will not take place, they will just die. If fertilization does not takes place, what happened? They will just what? They will just die. Okay, got the part. Okay, going back again. Okay, here's your fallopian tube. And here's your membrane. I'll better label it or else you don't understand my drawing. Here's the vaginal canal. Here is your uterus. Okay. How about that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And beautiful. Okay. And here's the egg cell waiting. How about that?
How about it?
Okay.
Let's look at it.
Now. Okay. Out of the 475 million sperms that starts in the epididymis, when they enter into the vaginal canal, a quarter of them will instantly die. The vaginal canal is very hostile to the sperm. You need to understand that part. Okay. So in other words, 125 million will instantly die. That's how dangerous is the vaginal canal. Okay.
It's only the strong side.
Okay. So what happened then? If you are a sperm, the first thing that you will think is that, oh God, what type of, if you're still alive, you know, okay, what type of environment is this? This must be a very hostile environment. All my friends are killed now. They'll die. Okay. So what the sperm will do, because of the prostaglandins that is coming from the seminal vesicle, okay, the prostaglandin will enable them to coagulate and acclimate within the vaginal canal for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, again, it becomes liquefied again. Okay? And because of the prostaglandins again, the vaginal canal actually will start kind of pushing, giving a signal to the sperm, hey, you need to move now. It's safe now to move. So here is your sperm moving into the vaginal canal. That looks like a penis. Make it small. It's still like a penis. Oh. Okay. Now. So here are the sperms. Don't forget, there's only one thing in the mind of the sperm. Where's the egg? Where's the egg? I want to find the egg. And some of the sperms actually, you see, you might be wondering, why so many sperm needed? Why? Because some of them don't even think. You know, they don't understand. Okay, some of them will even bump the side of the vaginal canal and they thought that that is an egg cell. They start fertilizing it. Okay, that doesn't work, okay? And if they can still survive on here, actually, they start moving into the uterus. When they're moving into the uterus, there's actually a fluid that is also in the uterus, actually, that actually pushes back the sperm. Like this. So some of them will go into the side of the uterus. They don't know where to go. Okay. Some of them, they lose their sense of direction. So instead of moving forward, okay, they move backward like this. Okay, so they cannot find the egg either. Some of them are anatomically speaking, they are actually abnormal. Some of them have 2 tails, 3 tails, 4 tails. Think about that. So, comparing to 1 tail, who can move faster, the 1 tail or the 2 tails?
So what happens to the 4 tail if it's the introvert?
They cannot find anybody. They cannot survive. Okay, they cannot survive. Okay, some of them has half a tail only. Okay, they cannot move either as fast. Some of them has no tail. For them. Okay, and some of them will actually be attacked by macrophages also. That is actually, especially when the female have a fever or whatever. Okay, they will die. happen? There will be a mucin that will actually be released on the part of the female, and that's why during ovulation, that mucin actually you can feel that it's kind of sticky and stringy, and that's how you know sometimes that you are ovulating. Okay, don't forget, if you are other religions don't actually believe in contraceptions. Okay, so you just need to be sure that you have that sticky thing, or okay, all of those things. Okay, there are some religions that don't believe on contraceptions. Okay, even if not all of them follow. Okay, okay. So, but the thing is that some of this sperm cannot even find this one. They cannot find the mucin, so they cannot really find the egg. And when they arrive in this area here, they have two questions. Where is the egg? Is it on the left or is it on the right? And some of them will go here. Oh, that's empty. And some of them will go over here, and there they can find that egg. Out of the 425 million sperms that starts in the epididymis, only 50 of them can find the egg, which is equivalent to 0.001% can only find the egg. That's what the egg. Okay, now, before I move. Okay. So although the sperm undergo maturation, although the sperm undergo maturation in the epididymis, they are not able to fertilize the egg until they undergo capacitation in the female reproductive organ. Capacitation is the series of changes that enable the sperm to fertilize the egg. In other words, is what I said. They have so many obstacles. They need to be the best sperm. Okay, or like a survivor game that can find the egg. So they need to undergo that series of changes. Okay, to enable the sperm to fertilize the egg. Once the sperm finds the egg, the sperm fuses with the oocyte plasma membrane and is enhanced. Okay, I'm here now. They were able to find the egg. So the first thing that you will do is to attack this egg cell. They need to pass through this protein that is called the zona pellucida. Okay, they need to release their lysosomes and their acrosome. Remember, their head is that head banteng. They need to release that. And once one of the head of the sperm can enter into the zona pellucida, there will be a change that will happen in the zona pellucida. The zona pellucida becomes hard, thus decapitating the head of the sperm. That's how dangerous is the egg cell. So what do you get? So no more that. So what do you get from the sperm? Only the head that contains the precious DNA. So, once the sperm, so only one. This process actually, normally, only one sperm can penetrate this event. This event is termed as syngamy to prevent the process of polyspermia. What will happen if there are two sperms that will enter for some reasons? Two sperms will enter into the egg cell. One egg cell, the egg cell will die. Because one sperm has 23 chromosomes and the egg cell is 23 and 23, it will be what? 46 chromosomes. Got that part? So in other words, guys, only human being has 46 chromosomes. And the term for that is fertilization. For me, once there is fertilization, that's already a human being. The reason for that, because only human being has 46 chromosomes. That is only my own opinion. It is not a blob. For me, it's a human being anymore. Life starts at fertilization. As soon as the sperm enters the egg cell will complete meiosis 2, metaphase 2. Okay. When the spermatozoon is entered a secondary oocyte or egg cell, its nucleus develops into a male pronucleus and the nucleus of the ovum develops into a female pronucleus. In other words, once it enters here, there are two nucleus anymore. the female pronucleus and the male pronucleus. And then this egg cell will say, hey, come on, sperm, come into my kingdom. I got everything in here, sperm. Oh, you can use anything. This sounds like a gigolo. The egg cell will say, I got everything. I got all the enzymes. I got all the ribosomes. I got all the mitochondria. I got all the endoplasmic reticulum. I got everything that you need here, sperm. You can use it. You are now a part of my kingdom. Wow. Okay. Don't you know that the egg cell influence more in genetics than in the sperm? The reason for that? Why? Because we got all the enzymes. That is where we get all the enzymes. It's more important, Chris, to choose a woman than choosing a man. No, I'm joking. We are important. We are important. All the mitochondria is ours. Look at your mitochondria. It comes from your mom. Yeah, because this sperm only got the head. Only got the head and all the precious DNA. So, what happened then? After the sperm actually reaches that egg, inside the egg, the sperm needs to show that he's macho, you know. So he gets near that egg cell and start injecting his precious DNA into that egg cell. And the sperm becomes so big like a living bread. Okay, showing his masculinity. And finally it bursts. And all the DNA of the sperm